Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. This is Dylan with Tucson Future Classics, and that is our 2016 Volkswagen Passat. Want to quickly address the change in audio. Everything I shot live turned out to have been completely ruined by the wind, so now we're doing this in voiceover. This particular Passat is proof of two things. First, the owner of this dealership, Brian, has a real knack for finding and curating some excellent vehicles for our inventory. And second, that these Passats, when kept clean and well maintained, age better than most cars on the road. And what I mean by that is this one has just under 70,000 miles on it. It is a two-owner car, and the first owners that bought it new out of AutoNation VW in Vegas. They did all of their maintenance at the purchasing dealership. When it moved down here to Tucson with its second owners, all of their maintenance was done split between both the local Volkswagen dealership here and a Volkswagen specialty shop in town called Stuttgart Automotive, who have a reputation for doing very good work at a price. So to see that much love and care poured into keeping this car nice really instills confidence in it moving forward. And plus, when we got this thing, it did not take a lot to clean it up and get it as good as you see it here. We did 4 new tires on it, a quick periodic maintenance cycle, so oil filter, air filter, cabin air filter, that kind of thing. And then we turned our detailers loose on it and they knocked it out of the park. I mean, you've got this nice refrigerator white paint on the outside of it. It is tinted just about as dark as you legally can, even with that strip over the windshield down to the A1 line to act as an additional sun break. And the cloth interior helps keep everything pretty darn cool too. Now, these Passats as a whole are the B8 generation, the final generation Passat, which means this has the 1.8 turbo 4-cylinder, 6-speed conventional automatic transmission in it, not the DCT, and it is good for an EPA estimated 38 miles a gallon on the highway, 25 in the city. So combined, you're tickling 620 miles of total range with an 18.5 gallon tank, meaning you can go a long way before you have to worry about filling up, further solidifying these things as absolute freeway flyers. Like, yes, the Passat was optimized for the American market in the end, but it was very clearly born on the Autobahn. So let's get up under the hood, in the car, and out for a rip, and I'll show you what I mean. Up here under the hood of the Passat, you can see that little 1.8 liter 4-cylinder just humming away at idle. Fans are screaming. It's like 105 on top of this garage, but it's not too bad. Really clean and simple engine bay that, again, didn't take a lot to clean up because it was well looked after. We've got a coolant reservoir here, windshield washer reservoir there. Check your oil here, add your oil there. This is also your oil filter mounted up here, making for very easy oil changes if you like to do stuff yourself. Air box is here, fresh Duralast Gold battery here, brake fluid reservoir in the back, and this is your fuse box. Clean and easy. Trunk wheel quick, you can either do it with the key fob on the dashboard, or there's a button right there next to the backup camera, and it swings up all on its own. Again, mid-size sedan, so this is a pretty good sized trunk on here. You've got little recessed pockets on both sides, just these little cutouts here for hiding extra stuff. This has the Volkswagen mat in it to keep everything underneath a little bit nicer. And up underneath all of that, flip that up, flip this up, and hook that to there. Now you can access the spare tire, jack, jumper cables, and these little blocks in here are for that cargo mat. They Velcro to it and make little partitions to hold your stuff in place. And kind of cool to see they've never even been taken out of their plastic. The only other thing of note back here is a little light for visibility and those 2 levers there to pull to drop the seat backs of the split 60/40 rear seat. Climbing into the back seat of the Passat, it'll be exactly as you suspect from a big sedan from Volkswagen. A ton of room, but not a lot of amenities. You've got a storage pocket here, pretty good sized door cards, power windows and power locks controllable here in the back.
You've got child seat anchors on the bottom of both seats, big center armrest with cup holders, and above and behind, you've got the top tether points for the larger booster seat style seats. In the camera around, I just wanted to show off, I'm 6'1", 270 pounds. I've got great headroom, great gut room. My shoulders got all the space in the world, and even my knees and legs have got acres of space. And that's my driver's seat, set back and up as far as it'll go for filming. I want to do this to show off that this generation Passat shrank by 18 centimeters in overall length, but grew in interior volume by 20 centimeters. Now, I don't know what that is in freedom fractions, but smaller outside, bigger inside is some pretty impressive engineering. Now, before I even get in, I want to show this off to you. These are mechanical seats, but this here ratchets it up and down, giving you nearly a foot of vertical height change. That's your recline, and down there slides it forward and backwards on its tracks. You combine that with the fact that this steering wheel can both tilt and telescope. You can dial in your seating position exactly where you want it to be. Now, Volkswagen, being a big international company building cars for the whole world, sized this thing so whether you're a 7-foot-tall Dutchman or a 4.5-foot-tall Italian grandmother, there will be a seating position that is comfortable for you. And now that we're settled in, let's get to all the buttons. Here on the driver's door, power window controls are here with the lockout there. These control your power locks, and that is your power mirrors. This is your headlight control, off, auto, and on, and that is the dimmer for your instrument cluster. In the instrument cluster, nice and simple. Everything you need to see, nothing you don't. On the left is your tachometer and your temperature. On the right is your speed and your fuel. That center screen is controlled by this little guy here, and you can page through its menus like audio. It'll connect to your phone, a bunch of settings so you can dial in all of the vehicle settings from up top, and it has a bunch of good information if you want to really keep track of everything your car is doing. Down here on the wheel, you also have your cruise control controls and your volume on the left-hand side, and this will answer or hang up your cell phone or skip tracks. Moving on to the middle, they kept the analog clock in here, which I think is pretty neat because that is shared with both Audi and Bentley because Volkswagen owns Bentley. So it's a different bezel, but basically the same analog clock underneath, a little bit of style in their prestige large car. And here is your infotainment, nice and simple as well. You've got AM, FM, media will go through either auxiliary. If there's Bluetooth sync to it, it'll Bluetooth in. You can connect your phone there. CD tray up top, so it will still play CDs. Setup will take you through all the different options and menus for languages, Bluetooth sync. This is where you'd go in to actually pair and search for Bluetooth devices. And then once they're in, it pops up under media. And then sound lets you dial in everything that you would expect from volume limits, balance forward and rear, fade left and right, bass, mid, treble. This can even allow you to target, like, you know, where if you want to blow out one particular passenger's eardrums, this will let you do that, which is kind of neat. Down below that is your HVAC. So you've got your little digital displays here and here that show off the actual temperature for the automatic climate control. But other than that, dial in how hot you want it, how hard you want it, and where you want it. Or just set it to automatic and let it do its thing to get to your set temperature as quickly as possible. Down here, you've got the shifter for that 6-speed dual clutch automatic. Works just like any other shifter with one notable exception. All the way down is sport mode, and if you're in drive and you knock it over to the right, you can then manually upshift and downshift the transmission as you're driving, either for a more sporting drive or if you want to hold gear coming down a grade or force it to grab 6th gear on the highway and stay in it for maximum fuel economy. Up in front of that is a nice little storage tray. You've got a USB charger there and a cigarette lighter charger there. Great place to hide a phone so it doesn't overheat down here in the desert. And speaking of that, I was saying this is pretty heavily tinted. They have the darkest tint you can get down to the A1 line to help add a little extra shade inside and keep the sun out. Manual parking brake here, 2 cup holders there, little extra storage cubby there. And in the center console, you've got another cigarette lighter, and it's pretty deep in there. And this is just the right width, falls to hand pretty nicely. Over here on the passenger side, the glove box is substantial and full of my stuff. But if you look in there, you've got a tire pressure monitor reset. You can lock out the trunk entirely. And on top of my detailing rags, this still has all of its factory books, including, and I love to see this, the original window sticker that came with the car. Really neat stuff to see, and I love it when little treasures like this are still in the cars after, God, 10 years it's been since this car was new. But enough inside, let's drive. Pulling down out of the parking garage here, I got all the windows down. We're inside, so everything will echo, and I want to hear you, or let you all listen to this thing as we go through. Doors automatically lock at 10 miles an hour. It's that click was, and I mean, this is a really, really well sorted car. Again, less than 70,000 miles on it, just about a decade old now, but rides smooth, rides quiet. It's a really nice car. This was one of the more expensive Volkswagen sedans you could buy at the time, so they did put the care into it to justify the cost. Little throttle, little brake, no clunks, no squeaks, no ugly grindy noises. It's pretty well sorted. Now, this does have a backup camera, so I'll show that off real quick. We're going to park next to that pole there. Pop it into reverse. Little camera pops up on the display. And it's got decent enough resolution. The guidelines do not move. Again, decade-old backup camera. However, the distance markers are really well placed and calibrated on this. And if I get right there, that little red line is sitting right on the edge where those little barriers are, and that puts me about 6 inches from that curb, so you're not running anything over. Decent system, but let's get some speed in her. Up here onto the highway, kind of hemmed in by traffic, so I can't quite stand on it and let this thing eat for you yet. But DCT clips through its gears very nicely, and as soon as I get a bit of a gap with that Chevy here, just punch it. Let that 1.8 eat, and we are now very thoroughly breaking the speed limit. So I'll back it down, set the cruise at a typical like southwestern highway cruising speed. Plug it in, you hit those little controls there, and then you can dial it in 1 mile an hour at a time using those there. But I can actually talk much, much quieter now, because that is 75 miles an hour cruising speed here on some pretty rough concrete and asphalt here on I-10 in Tucson. And even with the AC screaming away, this is a pretty nice and quiet place to be. Long aerodynamic sedan, not a ton of wind noise. Really I mean, you can try to upset this thing here at speed, and it doesn't really care. It's very, very stable, very comfortable, and it's kind of like easy mode out here on the highway. No adaptive cruise, no lane keep, but this drives nice enough where you don't really have need for all of those advanced driver aids. I mean, literally, this will keep you tracking straight and true in your lane. The only movement the car makes is when I move that wheel like 1/8 of an inch. It's a well-maintained and well-kept premium Volkswagen. It's designed for the Autobahn. It's going to handle our highways pretty darn good. Parked here, don't have much else going on right now. Want to show off a little bit of headroom with the seat fully up. But this is going to look silly, but I'm going to drop this in real time to the very bottom of its track. And I'll show you just how much adjustability you really have here. There you go. It's pretty crazy. And if you can't find a comfortable seating position in this car, that's on you, not on the car. All right. At the end of a very nearly deserted dead-end road here in Tucson, we're going to do ourselves a quick 0 to 40 to 0 to show off that there's nothing hiding in the suspension or braking system of this car under full accelerative or decelerative load. Got it in sport mode. Ready, set, go. And 40, full brakes. Beautiful. Now that we're not hemmed in by traffic, let's get up to speed with some alacrity here, getting onto the highway. Again, what do you ask it to? This little turbo 1.8 can really get on it. It's a great motor. And the best part is, once you are out on highway at speed, the revs immediately fall down and you're back to getting great fuel economy. Back at our lot, wrapping everything up on the 2016 Passat. And it's funny, I should have this parked in front of our plug-in hybrids and EVs, because if you're looking for a traditional internal combustion engine vehicle that's going to be the best freeway flyer possible, these Passats kind of tick every box. Very fuel efficient, very comfortable, and very long-legged highway cruisers. It's funny though, over my shoulder is its littler, spicier brother, a 2020 Jetta R-Line with a 6-speed manual, which you will all see soon. So the cool thing with these Volkswagens is that if they've been maintained well, as this one has, you can be pretty certain of your ownership experience. They're gonna treat you well. If you have any reservations though, we do have some very good, very comprehensive, and very nearly wholesale priced warranty options that you could explore when you come to check this thing out. Now to do that, follow the link in the description below or call or text the number on screen to come see what I've been talking about in person. Until then though, I've been Dylan, and we'll see you soon.